And we are underway in Buffalo. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times.
And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Allen going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down. Allen now looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Option play. Here's Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. This is Brown going up the middle. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. An inside give, Brown. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Burrow will throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Joey Bosa, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Burrow. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he gets this up past the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. Here's Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. The Bills had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That one caught by All, the tight end. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
20! And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to stretch out their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Allen to throw it. Has his man. It's Shakir. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Allen to throw once more. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Allen off the play fake. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And again, it's Allen. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on a 2-yard keeper. And the Bills are back within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Joe Burrow back out there for the next Bengal possession. He's been perfect through the air. 9 of 9 so far, including that touchdown on the last drive. As his guys start again, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 4. Here's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Open man is Yoshivas. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. This is Brown on the draw play. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase. He completes it. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out, and his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. To throw, it's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Up the middle, it's Cook. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Now Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Quick throw complete. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. From the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal. To the air. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And, Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
11 empty. 11, 12.
They will toss to Brown. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Chase, the motion man right. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And Chase will go in motion left. Back to throw now on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 9. Burrow on play action. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. That's to his tight end all. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This for a 4th quarter lead. McPherson's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Allen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Open man downfield. It's Palmer. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Palmer, 81 yards. And the Bills use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. He had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A short throw there pulled in by All. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Oh, good move. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Burrow will throw. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. This is 1st and 10. Now Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Allen. They'll roll him out right. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw is Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they will take a knee here. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for Cincinnati, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.